Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. I'm going to give you more boots on the ground. Appreciate all of you. You guys are making it possible. I just put everything together, but you provide the information. So thank you. A lot of people are appreciative of what you do. If you have anything for me, be it a good information on the economy, on logistics, on things that are happening in your world, send it to me please at southernprepper1, the number 1, at yahoo.com, and I will try to include it. I thought today I was going to catch up, but I don't think it's humanly possible to catch up on the information you're sending me. I don't think so. I'm further behind now after I do this than before I did it. It's incredible. A lot of things happening. I'm looking for maybe some sunshine in this, and I don't see any sunshine. All I see is a lot of storm clouds, so prepare. Get your family ready. I mean it, please. Let's get right into it. This is Minnesota. They sent me some pictures of a grocery store and empty shelves everywhere. Fire department. These guys are short workers to the point where they're doing double shifts and are just getting burned out. And that's a key thing. People are getting burned out across all industries because they don't have enough people. This is Eaton, a town of Eaton, and it is north of Denver. No natural gas. It was shut off, and it probably won't be up for a few more days till Friday. The guy thinks it was a damaged line, but there's been no official reason given for why it's down. Let's go over to the central Pennsylvania. This is a local pharmacy. No EpiPens. You can't even order them. They tell you to go to another pharmacy and try to find them. They also gave me a survey of 3 local grocery stores. Frozen bread unavailable. No soy sauce. Half of the frozen food empty. Pasta half empty. No baby formula at all. Toilet paper has started to be limited and rationed out. Gas has hit that $5 mark, and diesel has hit that $6 mark. This is an airplane repair place. It's in Arizona. He sent me pictures. He sent me pictures of before the pandemic, and then he sent me after the pandemic. And what you're seeing, 2 major airlines have their planes there, and these are planes that are sort of mothballed. They weren't needed then, and they're actually robbing parts off of these planes to keep other planes working. And they'll probably never go back to service, the ones that have been getting robbed of parts. This is along I-80, Grand Island to Omaha. He did a trip there and back, and he had some good reports. So first of all, it was he saw a lot of semi-trucks moving, so that's good, but not as many campers. So that's a good report. This is a manufacturing facility that produces carpentry tools, plastic injection molded items like field boxes or fishing tackle boxes, and their biggest customer is Walmart. They combined 4 of their swing shifts, and I guess 1 to conserve assets during the lack of sales. And there are definitely low sales, and that's coming across the board and everywhere now. Sales are low, and certain types of poly resins not available. This company's trying to buy from Cisco Systems, but they're having trouble getting the hardware for their company, and this would be wireless controllers and network switches. They have been told some of this stuff has a 485-day lead time. 485-day lead time. So they have to limp along and on their old equipment, and they're extending support to their customers until they can get things upgraded. This is a semi-back that was stolen outside of Chicago. The trailer was stolen, but they had a tracking device on it. They used the tracking device and figured it out on the computer that it's in a scrapyard in Chicago. They contacted the Chicago Police Department, and they would not help. They said, if you can, go try to get it yourself. That's how overwhelmed law enforcement is getting. Next, a good report. Canning supplies are in Walmart. I have personally seen it. So it was last year and the year before, very short supply. This year, they're in there. You can buy whatever you want. They had plenty in my local Walmart. This is LTL Carrier, and it's called SAIA. SAIA. I don't know how to pronounce that. But because of the mass shootings, they will no longer be transporting firearms. So if you do business with a carrier called SAIA, and if you are a supporter of the Second Amendment, you might want to find another carrier to take your goods and services and products. This person's working for a luxury yacht builder in the Northeast, and they can get anything they need to build these yachts. They got no shortages. And person commented and said the 1% is creating a two-tier economy, that they can get whatever they want and the rest of us have to struggle. So I wonder if that's true, or if these luxury yacht people have so much money they can throw money and get the product there, where the average Joe, we can't do that. This is a doctor's office that contacted one of their patients, and the patient has given us this information. It's in Florida. The office does not have the necessary supplies to draw blood, so you're going to have to go to another lab to get it done. This is an employee of a Department of Transportation in the South, works for one of the states. He's been there 20 plus years. They are getting no large trucks this year. Their vendor that they get them from can't meet the contract requirement because there's no trucks to buy, especially the chassis are hard to find. Northwest North Carolina, and they own a small lumber yard and a hardware store, and they're struggling to get common items. Screws, washers, paints, joist hangers doubled in price last week. Windows are 10 to 12 weeks out lead time. Caulk just went up 50 to 75% price increase. Paint has a 22% fuel charge on every gallon you go in there and buy. Also, Quikrete sent a memo out to their suppliers. They had a price increase January of 2022, just a few months ago, and now they got hit with another one. That would be a 7% minimum. Some of the other products are higher, but a 7% across the board, and that would be for the Sakrete, the instant concrete you buy in 50, 60, 80 pound bags. This guy works for a company that supplies a major automaker. Before the pandemic, their plant was operating 6 to 7 days, 12 hours a day, full speed ahead. Now they're getting 5 days at 8 hours in at the plant. They're short workers. If they do get hired, they'll come work for just a little bit, and by lunchtime they're out of there. They have over 2 million parts in inventory. But they're not shipping it because it's stocking up, because the car maker can't make as many cars as you know. The chips are short, so manufacturing cars. So they believe, and he believes truly, that the company he works for is building up a huge amount of inventory so they can either cut back majorly or just lay everyone off and survive off of what they got already stockpiled. This is a lady went to buy some Imperial spread margarine. Last year it was $2.12. This year it's $4.12, so that's $2 more. So she didn't want to pay that high price, so she got a recipe and she's making her own. So anything like mayonnaise, ice cream, margarine, whatever that you need, maybe you can make it from scratch. Maryland, there was a bad accident, and it's in an area where there's lots of fire departments, lots of ambulance services. It's not way out in the boondocks. It took an ambulance 20 minutes to get there. A person did die in that accident. I don't have any reason to believe it's because the ambulance took 20 minutes, but I don't know, I wasn't there. But 20 minutes to get an ambulance after a major crash in an area that's not in the boondocks is unacceptable. This is rural Kentucky. A sheriff had to lay off some of his deputies, money shortages. Also putting 2 deputies in a car. I guess they don't have enough working cars. And he's telling them not to drive as much. Sheriff said, something's got to change. Yeah, something is changing. It's changing every day, and not for the better. The guy that sent me this also sent me, he does construction work. He's done it for 22 years. Right now he's very slow. He says he's never seen it like this at this time of year. This time of the year being the spring, right before summer, things should be just full speed ahead. A lot of construction happening because the weather should be good. It's not. And he also said concrete is hard to get, and that's just playing havoc on scheduling. This is Edom, Ohio. Gas is at $4.99. Where they buy their eggs, fresh eggs, they get them at an Amish store. It was $2.50. The Amish people raised it up to $3, but that's still a pretty good price. $3 a dozen for fresh eggs. They wanted me to stress to you, get to know your farmers, get to know people that produce things, buy it direct, save some money. And in hard times, that farmer or that supplier of that food might remember you and keep you as a customer. While someone that's a stranger to them, he says, no, I don't have anything. This is a big home package delivery company up in Michigan. They have 35 trucks, and they spend $60,000 of fuel. I think that's every month. They're not making money. They're just staying solvent, just keeping their head above water. They did give their employees a $3 an hour raise just to keep up with inflation, and they do provide great medical. It sounds like these people treat their employees like they would want to be treated. They said their maintenance costs on their trucks is sky high, going up, and their package count is going down, and that's how they make money. If they don't have packages, you're not going to make money. They also said that people are not spending, so they're seeing it in orders. They're not delivering products, so people aren't buying. Another thing, people are cutting back. It's over and over in a lot of these cases. This is California Central Valley. These people went camping, and usually you got to have reservations way in advance. They got there. It's a resort town. The restaurants were empty. Not a lot of people, so people are cutting back. The fuel out there, it ranges for gas between $5.86 and $6.79 per gallon, and diesel ranges about $6.49 to $7.29. That's one reason people are cutting back. It's costing more just to go places. Truck driver, he is spending $1,000 a day. He does an East Coast run. $1,000 a day is getting poured into his tank. Walmart, Texas, someone sent me a picture of a 2-pack of the small 16-ounce propane tanks, $9.87. Unbelievable, $9.87. Amazon built a $20 million facility, and the county put in some millions of dollars too to entice them to build here in this Texas place. And it's a fulfillment center. It was supposed to open last year. It's not open because they're missing the computer chips to run the robots and the conveyor belt. So they have started taking parts from this warehouse to keep other fulfillment centers in the United States open. This person said they probably will not open this fulfillment center. And with the way the economy is going and less demand, for sure, not for a long time with this fulfillment center. Plus, they're missing a lot of parts that they're stealing to keep others running. This is a paramedic. He's saying that private and government ambulances are very hard keeping their ambulance running because of missing parts on the ambulance. They do not have the workers necessary to, equip or put in these ambulance. He also said that critical medicines are not being stocked on these ambulances because they're not in stock. And he urges you to get some medical training. If you are on medication, do whatever you can to get as much extra as you can put back. He says you need to get the training because one day you might not get an ambulance when you think you're going to get an ambulance, and you might be the one that has to save your family member's life or stranger's life. This guy works in the mortgage department of a major bank in the South. He's definitely seen a slowdown of home purchases, but he's seeing right now home equity loans. People are taking money out like crazy. And he thinks that if the market continues to go down in price, if it goes down in price, you're going to have people upside down. And it will create a mortgage crisis. And he said, I quote, 2009 all over again. This is a gas fireplace service company. Parts have doubled and quadrupled within the last year. Things that should take 1 to 2 weeks are now maybe 9 months to get in. This is from a police department. They're short on funds, it looks like. No fuel. They need to conserve fuel. So they tell officers, patrol an hour, sit for an hour. Patrol an hour, sit for an hour. But do not take your vehicle over 25 miles in an 8-hour shift. Crazy. Crime is going to go up. This is an F-150. This is a new Ford. And it's down under warranty. It's been down for 4.5 months because they can't get a catalytic converter for it. Also, Caterpillar heavy equipment parts are getting harder and harder to find. And finally, IKEA in Minnesota. They've delayed the bedroom remodel, and it's been in the planning stages for 1.5 years. So that's a major hit. Prices are going to go up again towards June 22nd. And now they're seeing their price increases are happening every few weeks. So there you go. I have literally probably 100 more I need to get to, and I will try to get you an evening report. It's not getting better, and I'm not going to try to scare you, but this is a time where you buckle down. This is a time where you use every penny you have wisely. This is the time where you think ahead. Do I need this product? Is this product going to be needed in 6 months? Will this product be helpful to keep me alive in a crisis? Look at food, look at water. It does not have to be exotic. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be the coolest gear out there. It just has to do the job of taking care of your family. So please, take this serious. This is not time to be playing prepper or playing stockpiling food. This is a time to be very serious. There's points in our lives that are serious, and we need to take this serious. So you do your best. Try to convince others. I've been getting some good reports that this way of talking to people is helping. Numerous people have said, because of this and me showing what's happening, and it's directly a result of you guys helping me. You guys are waking people up, because if I didn't get this information, there's numerous people that are waking up because they're seeing the facts in front of them. They're seeing what the economy is doing. So please, I appreciate you. You are helping me affect change for people in a positive way. Thanks for watching.